This is Kitchen Chronicles. We've been going live. We've been talking about getting our routines together, what to do in the kitchen, working out. Today, I'm on my way to teach class. Yes, it's early morning on a Saturday, but hey, that's what I do. And I want to talk about how to have balance in your life. It starts in the kitchen in some ways. So I'm making my high protein breakfast, but also, I saw somebody talking about getting out of survival mode and how when you're stuck in survival mode, you lose touch with your femininity. And that is the case. I agree with it. But we need to talk about how, what are the things you need to do to get out of that, right? So, right now, I'm making my breakfast. You hear me talk all the time about the importance of grounding yourself. And one of the best ways to ground yourself is with your diet, what you eat, your sleep, and your food. Those are the two best ways to ground yourself. And grounding yourself is the best way to start getting out of survival mode, right? So the other day, you guys saw how I like to do my coffee. You can even do protein coffee, but I'm doing my eggs, my turkey bacon, and my whole grain toast, have my lunch that I'm packing with me, high protein. So let's get into it. All right. A lot of women that I know and that I've talked to and that I've seen from are in survival mode. They're in survival mode. They've had to be. I talk to women who say, I had to be a single mother, I had to be the mom and the dad, or I grew up in a household where we were struggling. We didn't know what we were going to eat, or there wasn't a lot of emotional stability. All of these things drain at the safety and the stuff you need to be in your feminine energy. So, what happens if you recognize that that's the case for you? And because I think sometimes where people get stuck is they are they know the problem, but they aren't yet at the point where they either recognize what the solution is or they're ready to make that shift to actually live out the solution. So a lot of times you'll talk to women and they know that this is um the case for them, but they don't know where to start, right? Sometimes, like, we get caught up in the conversations about, like, I was stuck in survival mode. I'm disconnected from my femininity, and it's okay. But here's the thing, you got to figure out the steps to get into thriving mode, to get out of survival mode, so that you can really, really connect to your femininity, which is going to put you at ease, attract healthy relationships. Whether you're in a relationship or not, I always tell people all this talk about a man has to put you in your feminine. No, whether I have a man, whether I'm married or not, I am feminine. That is my energy. That is something that I am grounded in. Okay, so let's talk about what are you going to do if you know you've been in survival mode. The first thing is you need to take time for you. You need to learn to slow down because some of us, it's not that we can't slow down, it's that we are so used to being go, go, go. I'm searching, I'm surviving, I'm like on edge, fight or flight. We're used to that. So it's hard for us to think about how to get out of that. So you have to actually practice slowing down. And if you've been in survival mode in your masculine, it's going to be a little bit hard for you. You're going to feel like you're not doing enough, you're lazy. I talk to women that say, I don't have time to eat breakfast. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I just made my breakfast, and breakfast is simple, right? It doesn't have to be rocket science. Do the same thing each time until you get ready to do something else. You have to slow down. You have to eat. I got this ready in less than 5 minutes. I'm about to do my bread, about to do my coffee. You guys saw how I like to do my coffee on the other live. If you didn't, then just go back and catch it from 2 days ago. But you have to allow yourself to slow down enough to nourish yourself. Because as long as your body is in super hyper stress mode, you're literally in fight or flight. And you cannot be in a thriving feminine mode in that case. Like sometimes, yeah, we have to get into fight or flight, and it's okay. but not all the time, right? So you have to allow yourself to slow down, and you could do things, the basic things like eating. I don't want to hear from another woman. I hear people say, "Oh, I'm not hungry." That's not a flex. Not being hungry means you're disconnected from your body. Disconnected from your body, you're disconnected from your feminine. Feminine energy is an embodied energy, it's through our bodies, right? So if you're not hungry, I want you to eat anyway, because then you're going to make yourself hungry. Your metabolism will start to say, "Oh, okay, she's feeding me. So let me ask for more. Let me ask for more. Hey, what's up? How are you? What do you like to eat for breakfast?" Yes. Tell me what you guys like to eat for breakfast, right? So that's tip number one. Take time, slow down, and eat. Not being hungry is not a flex. Now, if you're doing intermittent fasting and all of that, I get it. I get it, right? That's more intentional. The key with femininity is being intentional, intentional about the energy you put out into others and to yourself as well, right? So you're going to slow down. One way to slow down is to sit down and eat. I don't want you eating. Hey, please. Oh, thank you. Sub. All right. Pancakes. What's up? Let me see. I got these pancakes. What kind of pancakes? I like to do either homemade, but I also got these. I like different brands. I got these from Whole Foods. Um, oh, anybody shop? Do you guys have IKEA? They have stuff from Sweden. So these are Swedish pancake mix. They're kind of like crepes or crepes as they call them, or crepes. Um, My kids like these, so yeah, these are on deck. I got that. All right. So you guys like pancakes. You can put protein powder in them, right? That's the thing, stacking your foods, and that will help you to ground yourself. And it sounds crazy, but like grounding yourself in your femininity, but it's true. You ground yourself in your body, you feel more feminine. For the fellas out there watching, yes, these are tips you that are good for you for your masculine, but can also help the woman in your life to be more grounded, right? Encourage her to eat. The second thing is rest. Knowing I had to wake up early today, I didn't stay up all night. I told, we're going to do movie night, or yeah, do movie night later on today. I didn't stay up all night because I had to wake up. So you have to get your rest. When you're not rested, you're depleted and you're getting yours, especially if you've been in survival mode before, you're putting yourself back into that survival mode pattern. Your body's like, "Oh, I know fight or flight. I know being starved. I know not having rest. All right, it's like muscle memory." So you have to retrain yourself to get out of that. Yes. Oh, it's almost your birthday. Okay, so what are you doing for your birthday? All right, let me hear what you're doing for your birthday. You like a special kind of cake or what? All right. So those are the main two tips I want you to think about is slowing down so you can do the things you need, like eating, especially breakfast. You know, when our moms used to tell us breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, now all of the scientists are saying the same thing, right? Slow down, have your breakfast, and rest. In order to rest, that's like you have to not just rest, but sleep. You know, you have to get up early, get to bed on time, get your beauty rest. All these things we used to hear, they are true. You need your beauty rest. You need to have the most important meal of the day. You do those two things, I guarantee you, you're going to start to get in touch with your femininity because you're going to be slowing down and you're not going to be as reactive. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about choosing your words correctly or properly, not reacting, but learning to respond, slowing down and pausing. There's nothing more feminine than a woman who can respond to stressful situations with grace and poise. Yes. Okay, little wolf Michael, you're going to hang out with your family and have a barbecue. Okay, where are you? Because where I am is starting to get a little bit chilly. We're in October, but that's awesome. That sounds super fun. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this tip. We're going to be back tomorrow. I got to get off because I have to go teach, but slow down, eat your breakfast, eat your Wheaties, no, eat a protein breakfast, and get some rest. Those two things, especially if you've been used to living in survival mode, top notch. You're going to really feel the difference even after 1 or 2 weeks. Okay. All right. I'll check you guys out later. Don't forget to go back and watch the other lives, subscribe to the channel, watch the other videos on the podcast, The Secret Formula of Femininity, all the other playlists. We got all the tips that you need to upgrade your life. Okay, take care. Peace out.